Well, hello, everyone, and welcome to the stadium. What a great night for college football.
You know, that's a great segue for my first question, Bill. Have you had a chance to wrap your head around, your arms around the historic value of what we're experiencing, of what these fans are experiencing? I mean, we are literally writing the history books of college football tonight.
We will all remember this night.
Absolutely. There is not a team out there that gets to a place like this and hasn't had their share of adversity. And for Ohio State, we've heard about 1, 2, 3 quarterbacks, and yet they are here. And for the Oregon Ducks, their offensive line has had as many as 12 different sets this season because of injury. They lost a wide receiver, another wide receiver this week. And what did they say? Next man up. Well, guys, over and over again, I lost sleep. I went Ohio State. I went Oregon. I went Ohio State. I went Oregon. But I just, at the end of the day, can't go against the Ducks. Today was great. The last day of SEC Media Days. You know, we ended with Les Miles. And I tweeted afterwards, I said, don't ever change. Don't ever go away. Be who you are. Because I asked Vidal Alexander today, I said, is this for media days? Is this for show? And he said, absolutely not. He's exactly like this every single day.
Yeah.
And you know.
Yeah.
And it's just this excitement. He's off the cuff. And he said at the end of our interview, he said, you know, I think you could come play for me. And I said, you know, you inspire me. I would play for you, Coach. Are you kidding me? So
yeah.
He's great. But it's the winding down of 4 days. We've been here. It's a grind. It's the largest and longest media days around the country, and with good reason. But I think it was really, outside of a couple of comments, it was kind of controversy-free. There wasn't anything huge, at least in my opinion, that marred the whole media days. Well, I think you're on to something, I think, for good reason. It's not necessarily because of what's happening inside the SEC. It's what's happening outside of the SEC. I did a radio program here in Birmingham a couple of years back, and I said something that was pretty unpopular at that time, and it was, you know, hey, I think it would be better for all of college football if somebody outside of the SEC won a national championship. Now, listen, I was a little worried about my tires at that point, whether they're going to get slashed, but, you know, and then we obviously FSU goes on and wins it, and then Ohio State. So I think what's happening now is there's a parity that exists within college football that doesn't make the SEC within the conference any less talented, the coaches any less talented, any less worth it, but there is a parity now, and so maybe they are a little bit more buttoned up, a little less of the bravado, a little less of the chest puffed out, because there are teams out there that are kind of taking that mantle, and now it's the SEC's place and choice to go get it back. Yeah. The cannibalism in the SEC is a real thing, particularly on the West. Now, the East is trying to make a comeback, but what the West has to go through week in and week out, and I think Kevin Sumlin said it, he said it's a line of scrimmage league, but it's also a depth league, right? And that's what we're trying to do, particularly on defense. And so, you know, I remember last year at this time when we were looking at the first ever college football playoff, we were like, oh, one SEC team, maybe 2, maybe even 3, right? There were people saying this. And then we look and see what happens at the end of the season. And I think that really is because the SEC does beat up on each other. Now, outside of the conference, they don't want to hear that. But what is keeping a team like Oregon from going all the way and winning a national championship? To me, it is those guys along the line of scrimmage in the trenches, right? When they go up against a team like that, they're unable to compete. And that is in the SEC. First of all, Tim, you are right. The sun has come back out, and a healthy crowd has come back here at Bobby Dodd Stadium. They want to see the end of this game. I was in the weather control room, and what happens for those at home is every time there is a lightning strike, they have to have 30 minutes elapse, right? And so if a lightning strikes within that time again, the 30 minutes starts all over again. When I left the room just a couple of minutes ago, less than 5 minutes ago, we were at 16 minutes. And at that point, what happens is they give the teams the all-go, they come out, they get a 10-minute warm-up, and we play football, guys. They sure do, Steve. Shadrack Thornton, their leading rusher, is out. He's serving a suspension for an assault charge over the summer. So that leaves the load to junior Tony Creasy and newcomer Matt Days. Coaches told us yesterday, Matt Days, even though they don't know how he's going to perform at the college level, they expect big things out of him. I think they're going to become fans. I think that even if they have a school already, they can become a secondary fan. I think they're going to love the passion. I think they're going to love the fervor. I think they're going to really understand to this network when people say it's like a religion, right? Welcome to Lane Stadium, where Virginia Tech is still very much in the coastal hunt for an ACC championship. Big news out of Blacksburg this week was a dismissal of senior place kicker Cody Jurnell. I talked to Frank Beamer about the dismissal yesterday, and he said he hopes the shock value of being kicked off the team will eventually make Cody a better man. Who will get his duties today? Well, that will be freshman walk-on Eric Christensen. Welcome to the Carrier Dome, where Pittsburgh and Syracuse both hope to get bowl eligible today. How will they do that? Well, hopefully behind strong quarterback play. And both of these quarterbacks have amazing stories. Tom Savage, the fifth-year journeyman from Pittsburgh, has spent time at Arizona and at Rutgers. I talked to him this week, and he said, Rachel, I want to be remembered for my toughness. And at the end of the day, at the end of this year, it matters most with those 11 guys on the field. Think about me. Questions about his accuracy and the interception, yet you've gone for it on fourth down twice in the first half. Speak to your aggressive nature and how you made those decisions.
Well, I think you go on the road, you want to attack.
What about Bud Foster's salty, passionate defense?
Yeah, I tell you, the big interception, and you just got to come back and get ready to play the second half. Got to play like heck. This is a very talented team, and they can score in a hurry.
Good luck, Coach. All right, let's send it back to the studio with Tom and Tommy.
To Chick-fil-A Bowl Backstage Access, I'm Rachel Baribeau, and we're here at the Georgia World Congress Center, where fanfare is going on for the Chick-fil-A Bowl. And just a couple of minutes, the teams are going to come through here. You see the Texas A&M fans getting excited. They want to see their team. They want to cheer them on. It's going to be an awesome experience.